Minnesota's recreational pot products just got more expensive, and the retail market hasn't even launched yet. As part of a last-minute budget deal this week, lawmakers agreed to raise the tax from 10 to 15%, making it one of the higher rates in the country. Jennifer Hoff has more on the impact to the industry. Jennifer?
Julie, Minnesota just awarded some of its first licenses to retailers last week who are now worried when their business does open. The tax increase will force people to keep turning to the black market where product is cheaper.
He's been open less than a year.
November 15th of 2024.
But Glenn Brown isn't worried about business yet.
We have been seeing an increase in sales since it's been nicer out.
What does concern the cannabis entrepreneur is the higher sales tax lawmakers passed this week, pushing it from 10 to 15% on recreational products expected to hit shelves soon.
It's going to hurt the community or the market, being the customer, because, if we have to raise our prices, then that just goes directly to the consumer.
The state made recreational pot legal 2 years ago. Hurdles and legal challenges stalling the retail market that is expected to be running this summer after licenses were awarded last week, but will still take months to grow, test, and package product to sustain the supply chain, according to local lawyer Jason Tarasek, speaking to us from a cannabis conference.
It's a difficult business to make it in. Even without an additional tax. So I think a lot of entrepreneurs are worried that they can succeed.
The move, part of the larger omnibus tax bill, lawmakers say adds another $76 million in revenue in the next 2 years, when the state is facing a deficit of $6 billion by 2028.
I recognize the state needs to come up with revenue from somewhere, right? And this is probably the lowest hanging fruit.
Targeting a new industry, Tarasek says isn't well organized or flush with cash yet.
People want the flower.
Brown, though, is ready to take on the test.
It's an uphill battle that we're ready for.
So it's Washington, Illinois, and California that have tax rates higher than Minnesota, all of which also have a sales tax, which also have had a hard time displacing that black market for those very reasons. When I asked the governor about signing this bill, he called it a bipartisan compromise that continues to protect investments in schools, seniors, and public safety. Julie?
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.